Rose Cottage demo. And this was a thief fan mission that is now dad jokes. That is now a point and click horror game. So I'm very interested to see what it's like. November 1910. Not sure if it has voice acting or what.
Giant boar! Oh. Detective Inspector Edward Barrington speaking.
You don't have to do your work, voice dear. It's me.
Oh, hello, love.
Edward father is here and he seems very upset.
Thomas is at the house? What's happened?
Apparently, his employees at the mortuary have all disappeared. He also mentioned something about the attic and strange noises.
All the staff are missing? Put him on, love. I'll talk to him.
He's with little Alice just now, but asked if you could have a look around the mortuary. He says he doesn't want to go back there. It's locked now, but you can use the cellar door. And that if you read his journal, it should explain everything.
I'll go over there right now, love. Don't worry. Shouldn't be long. Give Alice a kiss from me. Bye for now, love.
Bye for now, dear. Please do take care.
Okay.
Right. I shall need my notebook, my fountain pen, and my pipe.
Oh. Lovely.
There you are. My handmade 2.5mm piston filler with custom boreskin barrel and gold flexible nib. Nice.
Nice. Right-click inventory items to examine.
I can fill a whole notebook with this little beauty. Found you. Can't take notes without a notebook, eh?
Look, without the hotspots, these would be very hard to see. Just based
That'll
on the
do.
art style.
My trusty thinking pipe. That's everything. I'm ready. Well, this all sounds very intriguing. All 3 of Thomas's staff gone missing? Bob, I'm leaving. To the mortuary!
Rose Cottage. Yesterday upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away. I think I've heard that before, but I like it. We're in.
Thomas said the front doors would be locked, and that I should be able to get in through the cellar door. There's a wreath. Rest in peace, Miss Ellen. It's my beloved pipe. Purely decorative. I just use it for pointing with when giving directions.
Hollow Lane Manor. November 11th, 1910. I was relayed a message from Thomas Gray of the Hollow Lane Mortuary. He sounded most distressed and spoke of the sudden unexplained disappearances of all 3 members of his staff from the mortuary complex. All 3, one by one? Intriguing. A missing persons case then. Thomas is a dear friend. I shall investigate, of course. Thomas said the manor will be locked and that I will not be able to return tonight. He will not be able to return tonight to let me in. He said I may be able to enter through the cellar door. It looks like I'm on my own. To glass house to terrace.
Amazing. I'm in the wrong line of work.
a cemetery.
It's very dark inside. I can't see anything.
I suppose it won't. Oh,
Guess what? Locked.
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 I guess he does. I was wondering if you could like instant travel between screens. Yep, okay. 2 front doors. Oh, this is a nice way of doing the credits, kind of just have them naturally flow in. Main hall.
Locked.
Locked. He'll go a little bit faster. If you double click, cast.
I can see a table with many chairs around it. A boot scraper for cleaning muddy shoes before you go inside. And scraped.
Locked, I presume.
Door to the one of the few parts of the mortuary open to the public.
Not right now.
Apart from now. Aha! This must be the cellar door. This is my way in.
It's a nice detail walking through the high grass there.
Sawdust and wood shavings swept into a pile. It's pine. It smells nice. Ooh, perfect. These look like blueprints for the manor.
A map. Here I am. Ah. Hollow Lane Manor, 2nd floor. What is this? West Wing?
It's a vise, bolted to the workbench. It's a board of various woodworking tools. They look old, but well maintained. It looks like the hammer is missing.
The hammer is missing.
It's an open coffin. Just about complete by the look of it. It's very well made.
Oh.
I thought the house was supposed to be empty.
Cellar. I found my way in through the cellar door. As I walked to the main hall stairs, I heard a very loud thump from somewhere in the house above. I thought the place was empty. Perhaps everyone is back, safe and sound. Oh.
It's a pile of coal for the furnace, poured into the cellar from a chute in the wall. I once got into an argument with the furnace. Things got heated.
I'm curious. I assume that's a dad joke.
A large furnace, providing heat for the whole house. It says Bessie on it. She looks like a Bessie. A large...
I don't know if that actually affected anything.
An oil lantern. It's a dark night tonight. This may be useful.
Oh.
There's a little bit of oil in it, but it's missing a wick. I'll bring it along anyway.
Okay.
Ornate wrought iron gates. There's a wine cellar back there. Casks and racks of bottles.
Locked.
But it's locked. For now. I can't get in here for now, but it looks very interesting.
Whoa. That's kind of cool, seeing kind of like a preview of it. Why am I like creepily standing in the corner with glowing eyes? Alright. Here we are. Part 1. The lights are on, but...
Hello? Anyone home?
Cool. Very much like the art style.
Nothing.
It's very detailed.
All right.
And yet like stylized,
If I were a missing person, where would I be?
which is a good thing, I think.
There's a letter. It's from Thomas. It says, Stan, where are you? Where are any of you? I've waited for as long as I can, but I'm not staying in this house another minute. I'm going to stay with my daughter. Please contact me there as soon as you see this. Thomas's staff apparently disappeared one by one. With everyone still missing, this is evidence. I'll leave it here. The plot thickens. Right. First order of business. Head to Thomas's office. He said I should read his journal. It's time to begin.
Notes. Lobby letter. In the lobby of the main hall, there's a letter on a table from Thomas to his assistant Stan. But as everyone seems to have disappeared one by one, it looks like the letter has been sitting here unread. Where are all of you indeed? First floor. Office. So I would like to go upstairs, probably. Lots of different angles and stuff, which is interesting. And oh.
It's signed Frederick Rojas.
Is that the office? Glass house balcony.
It's locked. I think this leads to the upper walkway of the glass house. My beautiful wife, Mary. I don't know what I ever did to deserve her. It's Thomas.
Thomas.
Don't worry, old chap. I'm on the case.
Mezzanine loft.
Formidable forehead.
Ha!
A dandy fop, if ever there was one. When this is all over, I'm coming back with a feather duster. Very stern-looking gentleman. He looks like my old schoolmaster. The old coot. Marvelous monocle.
What the?
I can hear the air softly breathing through this vent. It's rather eerie, and for some reason, makes me feel sad. Bessie the boiler is doing an admirable job, though. It's the stairs to the attic.
Closed and locked
A gust
itself.
of wind blew the door shut. And then locked it.
Huh. Saving. Attic door. I opened the attic door and it slammed shut again in my face, followed by the sound of a latch locking on the other side. Appears I'm not alone. I'll need to find another way into the attic.
There's a small balcony outside with iron railings. Beyond that should be the crematorium. But it's all just fog.
Oh,
Just the wind, I guess? Drafty. The entire house is surrounded by fog. Ominous. Below, I can see the glass house. And beyond that, the cemetery.
the cemetery. This is really interesting that it's like
It's Thomas's office. That's where his journal should be.
the office is almost, it's got like an open wall, so you can kind of look out over. It's an interesting way of doing it.
I believe that's Great Uncle Crazy Eyes Woolsey. Sadly institutionalized for public indecency. Exemplary mutton chops, though.
Yes.
A photograph of Thomas and his colleagues. That's him on the left. Thomas's journal. He said this would explain everything. Let's see.
Unexplainable happenings have increased. Lizanne and Sadie have both disappeared without a trace. I fear they may have been victims
Oops.
of these infernal spirits. My darling granddaughter Alice is refusing to return to Hollow Lane Manor. The poor thing saw something that terrified her. The picture she drew for me is very disturbing. But there's something else. I think she has seen
He's
something
trying to
more.
turn his voice up. He's quiet.
Something other than a ghost. I know every expression on her little face, and there's definitely something she's not telling me. Now, to make matters worse, my assistant, Stan, has vanished too. He has the cemetery gates key. Without that key, there are areas of the mortuary complex I simply cannot access. So, it is of the utmost importance that I find him soon. I have no idea what's happening here. I am constantly surrounded by whispering, and there are strange sounds coming from the attic. Right now, sitting at my desk, I can hear the door handle rattling from all the way across the landing. The whole manor has taken on an entirely different atmosphere. I don't like this at all.
2 more pages.
I wish my dear sister Ellen was still with us. God rest her soul. She would know what is happening. I don't know what to do. I am entirely at a loss. Missing people, unnerving supernatural events, and now, physical attacks. Last night, something unseen pushed me from my chair during my supper in the dining hall. I can't endure another night in this house. I'm leaving. I know exactly who can help me get to the bottom of all this.
It's me. Alright. Fixing the audio. You know, okay, that's a future thing. I need to get a way to change that easily, because it comes up sometimes.
Infernal spirits? Nonsense. I think poor Thomas has been in this creepy old house for too long. It's easy to let yourself get carried away. Late at night, imagining that you see something out of the corner of your eye. Jumping at the slightest... Ah!
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Edward.
Thomas! Good God, man. What's going on in this place?
I'm sorry, Edward. You wouldn't have believed me. Did you read my journal yet?
Ghosts, Thomas? I mean, really.
Edward, please, believe me. There is something happening there. Something unnatural. I need your help.
I will help you all
I
I
need
can,
your
Thomas,
help.
of course. I'll take a look around. Call me again later.
I will. Thank you. Edward, I'm sorry I didn't tell you the whole story.
That's quite all right. I'll just treat this as a missing persons case. Leave it with me.
You're a true friend, Edward. Look in the roll-top desk next to you. You will find the mansion key. It should help you on your way. Good luck. I will pray for you.
Don't worry about a thing, old chap. Bye for now. Call me later.
Please, take care. Bye for now.
He's so dramatic.
Oh, Thomas. Made me bloody jump. While I was in the office, the telephone rang. It was Thomas calling to check on my progress so far. But it was what he told me next that strains credulity. Preposterous ghost stories. Apparently his staff have been reporting a series of supernatural events in the manor and the surrounding grounds. Ooh. Nonsense. Key.
I have the key. Progress.
Progress. What's this?
Friday, the 11th of November, 1910. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Back to the action.
Okay, well, we got a key. Can the key open the attic?
The mansion
wonder.
key is no use here. I don't want to stand here again. This door is... The mansion key is no use.
Okay. Oh.
I don't have a suit of armor in my house.
That's your first instinct, just to go up and knock on it.
I wonder if he reads them all. Or if they're just for show.
I never understood that, why there's people that literally buy books just to put on a shelf and they never actually read them. Like, what's the point?
The mansion key unlocked it.
To East Wing. Bathroom. Skull.
It's a skull. On a doily. That about sums this place up.
Oh. Mirror
A covered mirror. A mourning tradition. Superstition, really. It's said that after someone dies in a house, all mirrors should be covered for 7 days, so the soul of the deceased won't see its own reflection, and then not be able to pass on to the other side. It's been a lot longer than 7 days. Perhaps Thomas doesn't want to uncover it just yet. It's a silver hairpin. A hairpin found in the bathroom. Time period appropriate coins.
What? Sure.
That's the most amazing photograph I have ever seen. Just wow. So good.
That's kind of funny.
I mean, these photos are nice, but that other one, wow. A scrubbing brush. It looks nice and new.
Just what I needed.
A nice new scrubbing brush found in the bathroom. The window is made of rolled glass. I can't see much of anything outside except darkness. And the ubiquitous fog. A small statue of the goddess Hebe, I believe. Why do I always feel the urge to touch everything?
That's a good question.
It's one of those days. I'm not saying that again. Lovely warm towels.
Okay. Well, we got a hairpin and a brush.
Adorable.
What?
Bunny slippers. Classic. But not my size. It's the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. Alice was named after the young girl from that book.
There's a goldfish.
A kaleidoscope. I love these things. Ooh.
Oh. Of course, it's skulls and stuff. I don't suppose I'm learning anything from this, or does it just look cool? Might just look cool.
I'll put it back. Very nice.
Maybe
A
it's
bit skeletony for a child, though, Thomas. Good heavens.
useful later.
Nice.
Nice.
A painting of a house. It says Rose,
Rose
Cottage
Cottage.
above the door. Alice is quite the artist. Alice painted this for Miss Ellen to hang in her room. Miss Ellen asked if some flowers could be added. As I recall, she was very particular about the colours.
Yellow, violet, orange, indigo. That's nice that it tells you stuff like that. But assume there's a puzzle or something that might be related to that. In Alice's sleepover room is a painting she made for Miss Ellen. It's meant to hang in her bedroom to help her get better. Miss Ellen asked for some flowers to be added to it, but since then so much has happened that the painting has been all but forgotten.
A very lovely rocking horse. Perhaps just a quick... Nah.
Nah.
It's Steve.
Steve.
That's what happens when you let the child name the pet. Hello, Steve. Keeping busy? Nice net. That might come in handy. I'm just going to borrow your net, okay?
A brush, a net.
It's a drawing of the hallway outside this room. It appears to be the first clue to a treasure hunt. It says, Dear Grandad, I have made a treasure hunt for you. Start from outside my bedroom door and follow the arrows. You will need some more batteries for my purple light because they have run out. I love you, Alice. Oxo, oxo, oxo. A treasure hunt, eh? I didn't see any arrows outside. It's a rather smart-looking electric pocket light, although this one seems to have been modified. It has a purple lens that says Wood's Glass around the edge. I've never seen one like this before. It has no batteries. I'll just leave it here for now. A ballerina marionette. It looks very expensive. It was a gift to Alice from her great aunt Ellen, I believe.
Okay.
Please let everyone be all right. I can see a big tree outside. Beyond that, I can just about make out the crematorium. It's very foggy out there. I can also see a narrow ledge leading around the outside of the building. I hope that's not foreshadowing or anything.
Might have to climb on that.
It's a rock, being used as a paperweight. It's a very nice rock. Looks heavy. And kind of sparkly. I can see why Thomas likes it. Well, for some reason I have a rock now. Smashing.
That was a very important rock, apparently. I found a heavy rock in Thomas's room being used as a paperweight. I'll bring it along as it may come in handy for something. Wait, people in glass houses shouldn't, but perhaps I could. But I'm even saying I can't do that, so I could bust and open the window, maybe.
It's an impressive painting of a castle. I believe this is somewhere in Scotland. It's another one of several model ships in this house. This one is very detailed. Beautiful work. It's Thomas's bed. It's probably full of clothes or blankets. I'll leave it alone. It's about 1 minute fast. I always thought that calling it the fireplace is such lazy naming. It's the
True.
usual poker, brush, tongs and shovel. The hearth is very clean and tidy. The lamp is beautiful. I believe these are individually handmade and imported across the Atlantic Ocean. Might be quite valuable one day. It's an old map of the world.
Well, I got a rock.
An old painting of a ship in very stormy seas. There are sailors struggling in the waves. It's uncomfortable to look at. Yikes! Possibly the scariest thing in the whole house.
Huh.
No offense, madam. A photograph of a stone tower. It says St. Catherine's Oratory.
What's this?
There's a note pinned to this door. It says, "Could you take a look at the window in the closet, please? The lock is actually missing. Do you know anything about it? We should keep this door locked at all times until you get a chance to fix it. I'm worried that someone might get up on the roof and be able to break in. Thomas." Let's see. It's locked, all right. If I can get to the window of this closet from the outside, I can find out what's behind this door. Locked. I unlocked it.
Oh.
All the flowers from Miss Ellen's funeral have been moved up here from the chapel. The bouquet on the right there was from me, and the toy was from Alice. Poor little Alice. She's only 6. So young to experience a death in the family. So many locked doors. This leads to the disused old wing. The mansion key is no use here.
Okay.
Locked. This was Mary's room when she used to live here. I wonder if it's being used now. The mansion key is... locked. This is Miss Ellen's room. The mansion key...
I wonder.
The hairpin is of...
Guess we can't go over there yet.
Nice photographs. A bit cobwebby. There's a strong nautical theme in this house. I approve.
Huh. Kitchen corridor. Okay.
Another lock. Who locks their kitchen? Thomas must have been worried about something. What's going on here? The mansion key is no... The house extends to the west, shrouded in fog. In the distance, I can just make out part of the cemetery. Very artistic.
Some tarot cards up there.
Miss Ellen's fortune-telling paraphernalia. By all accounts, she was rather good at it. If you believe that sort of thing, that is. It's Miss Ellen's display of tarot cards, all neatly in one place.
To a hallway.
Thomas must have had a hard time keeping on top of things with no help left in the house.
What is this?
Ooh, Egypt.
Okay, main hall, dining hall. We didn't see this angle of it.
Ah, lovely. Cozy. Toasty. Warm as puppy bellies. Okay, back to it.
Warm as puppy bellies.
Oddly familiar.
Trying to look at that to see if what it is, but I don't know.
This is where Thomas says he was pushed from his chair. But there's no way he would lie about such a thing. And he would have no reason to either. But ghosts? Surely he must be mistaken. I will solve this case, or my name isn't Inspector Edward Barrington. Which it is. I'll leave everything as it is. It's evidence. A fine vessel. Splendid craftsmanship. Let's have a closer look. It seems there are some pieces missing from this model. 5 pieces by the look of it. This is where the helm should be. The rowboat should go here. One of the cannons is missing. There should be a capstan here, I think. This is definitely where the anchor goes.
Interesting. In the dining hall, I saw a fallen chair. It appears that Thomas was interrupted by something during his meal. That was yesterday evening, and now he refuses to stay another night in this house. Curiouser. Okay, let's go to... Kitchen's locked. And we can go back to the main hall. Cellar. Parlor doors.
Locked. It's the parlor. Unused since Thomas's sister Ellen passed away. It was her seance room and psychomantium. Absolute poppycock, of course.
Psychomantium.
But she swore by it all. Bless her. But hang on. It's all lit up in there. That's odd. Splendid. Bell, book, and candle. Candle, book, bell. Looks expensive.
Another
I shall
skull.
call you Boney Tony.
Perfect.
It's Miss Ellen's spirit board. It's Miss Ellen. It's like the captain's cabin of a pirate ship, lost in the fog, but with nice, lacy nets. If the photographer wasn't expecting there to be a spirit looming behind the sitters, why did he point the camera high enough to fit it in? Just saying.
Good point.
Death. He appears to be doing a spot of gardening. A photograph taken in this very room.
Reaping, even.
There seems to be a smoky apparition above the table. Intriguing. But just a blurry photograph. An illustration of a ghost bothering a man. I think this is from a play I saw once. Once was enough. I can't use the rock here.
Oh.
It's Miss Ellen's psychomantium. I don't really want to go in. I'm not scared or anything. It's just weird. Pitch bloody black. Yeah, I hate it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll come back later. Or not.
Where else can we go? Do I have to go back outside?
It's locked. The mansion.
Okay, so we're here. You did mention the glass house. Maybe the rock.
The door is made of metal and glass, like the rest of the structure. Sorry, Thomas. Well, it's open now. There's a light switch. Oh dear. It's all dying. Yeah. I'll pay for that. I can see something in the water, just a bit too far out of reach.
Net.
This should work. I got it.
Oh, it's the little
It's
boat.
a tiny wooden rowboat. I suspect from one of Thomas's ship models. Why is it... Wait. Oh, Alice. A teeny tiny rowboat. The table has various gardening tools on it, covered in cobwebs. This was Miss Ellen's favorite place to spend her time. I remember so clearly. She would spend whole days in here, making everything perfect. Even in her everyday clothes, she looked like an angel. A broken stepladder, too dangerous to use. A cart of gardening supplies is blocking the bottom of the stairs. I can't get past with this in the way. I can't move it. Strange. It doesn't look that heavy. It must be stuck. Perhaps it's rusted.
Rusted, eh?
The footbrake is rusted solid. I'll have to find some way to free it up.
I was wondering if I could take a little bit of oil out of the lantern.
Of course. The oil from the lantern. That should do the trick. I should be able to move it now.
Move that cart.
Easy. Self-confidence restored. Dignity intact. Face saved.
Was this?
This
crank.
thing opens the windows up in the roof. I won't mess with it. It's going to rain tonight. It's an old tattered coat, an overall used for gardening. This must be Miss Ellen's. There's something in the pocket. It's a small key.
Miss Ellen's key.
I opened the latch.
I wanted to look real quick. What is this door down here you go to?
I opened the latch.
Main hall. That's open at least. I'm guessing this might open the door to her room, which was on the other side.
I unlocked it. What was that?
What was that?
Hello? Weird.
Oh,
Oh. Miss Ellen's room. Bless her soul. I really feel like I shouldn't be in here, which I absolutely shouldn't. Forgive me, Miss Ellen, but this is an investigation. It's Miss Ellen's dresser. Another covered mirror. I miss her very much. Some neatly stacked white sheets. It looks like the maid, Sadie, was about to begin covering everything up in the room. But of course, Sadie went missing along with the others, so he never got to it. Miss Ellen had such great taste. Even her luggage is beautiful. I remember carrying those to the carriage whenever she would travel. Well, that was before she got sick. I can see into the dining hall below. I can just about make out the fallen chair by the fireplace. Miss Ellen loved to make beautiful dresses. She also created the silk liners and pillows for Thomas's coffins. A beautiful dress, made from the finest green satin. This must be the last dress Miss Ellen ever made. This is very painful, to be in here. Bless you, Miss Ellen. Miss Ellen had her fireplace blocked up with an ornate metal and stained glass cover, presumably to stop any cold drafts and look pretty while doing it. She didn't much care for wood or coal fires and preferred the subtle warmth of the radiators. At the back of the chimney, there are iron ladder rungs set into the brickwork, perhaps to make the life of the chimney sweep a little easier.
Huh.
I bet I end up back there somehow. I just bloody know it. Miss Ellen, God rest her soul, had two great passions in life: communing with the spirits of the dearly departed beyond the ethereal crossing of death's dark veil, and sewing.
What's this?
It's a small silver box. Maybe a jewelry box. I can't see a way to open it.
Oh. Screenshot. Yellow. Yellow, violet, orange, indigo, blue.
It unlocked. There's only one thing inside. It's the pointy thing for the spirit board.
Ah. We'll play on
You're
chut.
coming with me, pointy thing. A planchette used with the spirit board to commune with the dead.
Okay.
I can see the garden below, with its fountain in the middle. Fingers crossed. No bloomers. Aha! A diary. Once again, please forgive me, Miss Ellen. I'm not prying, I'm only trying to look for clues.
Diary of Eleanor Gray. Sunday, the 2nd of October, 19. I am almost too weak to hold pen to paper. I at least can rest assured that all of my affairs are in order, my last will finalised and stored in my brother's safe, behind yet another of his sailing ship paintings. It is breaking my heart to have to say goodbye to everyone. How can I possibly let go? I love them all so much. I'm just not ready. I don't feel ready. How can I explain any of this to my darling little Alice? She has been so brave when she clearly knows I am going away. She made me a painting of what she called the Rose Cottage and asked me if she could come and visit me there. At first I didn't follow, but now I realize that the poor child must have overheard adult conversations that she couldn't possibly understand at only 6 years old. This house really is no place for such an innocent soul. Oh, my dear brother Thomas, I will miss him more than I can say. I know he will watch over everyone after I am gone. He means so much to all of them, and I'll make him promise to finally take that sea voyage he has always dreamed of. My beautiful niece Mary, how proud of her I am. What a wonderful mother she is to little Alice. And Edward, she loves him and his silly ways so very much. I know they will always take care of each other. My dear friend Sadie, I am so grateful to have had such a treasured companion over the years. She too is part of our family, and I hope she remains in the house after I have gone. I know Thomas will find solace in her practicality, strength, and courage. And my darling Alice. Oh, Alice. I love that naughty little angel so much. So bright and clever and mischievous too. I know full well that she gets up again during the night to explore the house, and I must ask her to please be a good girl and stay in bed. Grandfather would be very worried about her if he knew. One day she will understand why I couldn't stay and watch her grow into a young lady. But I will love her forever. I pray she always remembers that. I must rest if I am to see them all once more. Thank you, my wonderful family. I feel blessed that this life saw me surrounded by such loving friends. I love you all, Eleanor.
Oh, Miss Ellen, I... Silly ways?
You're just a silly guy.
A pair of silver skulls adorn the mantel. They must be very expensive. This room's decor is certainly eclectic.
Thomas is safe. Aha. And that was in his room.
So, minute, this leads...
Which was on the other side.
This must be the painting Miss Ellen mentioned in her diary. Let's see. Aha! A hidden safe. I have no idea what the combination is.
Couldn't I just call up old Thomas? Get him to tell me what the code is. That's not an option? Okay. Otherwise I got the planchette. So maybe I can go down again. Into the whatever it's called, seance room. Hallway, glass house, cellar, parlor. I think it's here, right?
I'll sit down and try this. No idea what I'm doing, though. All right, then. Let's try this. Clearing my mind. Mind cleared. By the gibbous moon and the five-pointed star. If there are any spirits present, give me a sign.
Could be.
Any sign at all. Wait, something is happening. Fascinating. Some kind of idiomotor effect, no doubt. It's pointing to 6, 4, and 3, over and over. Oh, it pointed to goodbye, then stopped. Well, that was certainly an elaborate sequence, just for 3 numbers.
Okay. What did he write down, I wonder? Parlor. 643. Well, that was a strange experience. Not entirely sure what to make of that. I mean, of course those numbers come from my mind subconsciously, probably, which implies that they mean something to me, but what? Probably a code. Which means now I gotta go back up again. I do notice that there's like a little... If they could eliminate the load times in between these, that'd be awesome. Don't know if that's possible or not, though. Mezzanine. Yes. Mezzanine. East. The door.
What the chips? That does it. There's definitely someone else in this house. Hello? Who's there? Creepy little bugger.
Curious if I go in here. It's moved. Has anything else changed?
A kaleidoscope. Ooh.
Doesn't seem like it.
I'll put it back. Very nice. A bit scared.
Ba-dum-bum.
Now, what were those numbers again?
Well, I honestly forgot what it was. 643. 643.
Now,
I don't know if I'm doing this correctly.
yes!
Okay.
Barrington the Boxman. The safe contains what appear to be ledgers and various important documents, including Miss Ellen's will. I'll leave them alone. I'll have to explain to Thomas why his safe is open now. There's a drawing. It must be from Alice.
Dear Granddad, I saw a man in the big chimney house, but he wasn't really there. He saw me too.
What on earth? I know sometimes Alice is a bit quiet when she comes home after staying the night here, but I just thought she wanted to stay longer. What did she see? I'm guessing the big chimney house is the crematorium. She was in there by herself? At night? I must keep going. I need to get to the crematorium. There's also a key in here. A shiny brass...
Loft key. Wasn't that right here? Or out here, I mean?
It's unlocked.
I wonder how long this demo is. Oh.
I can't see a thing in here. Hold on. There's a light switch. Dodgy. I'll just have to fumble around in the dark, I suppose. I think I can just make out a lamp back there. Aha! Here we are. Much better. Bird cages. I suppose someone in the house at some point kept birds. The birds are long gone now. The empty cages seem sad somehow. I thought I could smell lavender in here. It's faint though. It must be very old. A camera. It doesn't look particularly old, or even broken. Maybe it's just in storage.
The window? Can
This
I open the
window
window?
is high above the terrace and cellar door. It's not locked. I could open it. I suppose.
Precarious ledge. Let's look around first.
No use. The bulb has blown.
To balcony. So this is where we'd be.
I'm sure there
Precariously
should be a
going.
pole with a hook for pulling down the ladder. But it's not here. If I want to get up there, I'll have to find the missing hooky pole thing. Or something like it. Just inside on the right is the door to the attic stairs. And straight ahead, all the way at the end, I can see Thomas's office.
It's kind of nice explaining. I guess I could have put that rowboat back too.
I don't need to scrub that.
Alright, let's try going on the precarious ledge.
There's a ledge outside that leads to the left around the building. I think this is my only way to get to the crematorium.
Oh, well, okay. That's where we gotta go.
I must be crazy. Okay, let's do this. Just think of something else, Edward.
I was about to say, feels like I'm reaching the end. That's cool, though. And I recognize parts of that from that fan mission, so that's really cool. And I honestly felt like there's something about Thief, I feel, in a crossover between point and click games. I don't really know how to explain it. Now what's happening? Oh. Oh. Rose Cottage. Good stuff. Looking forward to that.